Sleep's secret code. Why does one feeling make money come automatically while you sleep? Friend of the universe, have you ever felt exhausted from fighting non-stop, working hard from morning until late at night, hoping something changes, yet life still feels stuck in place? Money comes and then leaves fast. Provision feels distant. And somehow the harder you push, the quieter the universe seems. Maybe we've misunderstood how life really works. Many people think manifestation is only about grinding harder in the daytime, working without rest, thinking positive without breaks, or visualizing over and over until they're drained. But as Neville Goddard teaches, miracles don't happen when we force things with the conscious mind. They happen when we release control and trust everything to the subconscious. And when does the subconscious work the strongest? Not when we're busy thinking, but when we sleep. Yes, when your body is asleep and your conscious mind stops arguing, there is a part of you that stays awake. The part that designs, attracts, and lays out the next path of your life. Neville calls it the creative power within you. It doesn't need force. It doesn't need a long time. It needs one thing: the right feeling. And that's where the secret hides. Tonight I want to invite you to discover something incredibly simple, yet powerful enough to change how money, opportunities, and abundance show up in your life. Not through aimless hard work, not through affirmations repeated until you're bored, but through one single feeling that becomes your sleep code. Neville said, "The prayer that is heard is not the one spoken in words, but the one spoken in feeling. And the sign that your prayer has been answered isn't an explosion of hype. It's something much subtler. The feeling of relief. Imagine that today all your financial burdens vanish. Your debts are cleared. Your bills are paid. Your account is enough. What would you feel? You wouldn't scream or run around the house laughing. What would actually happen is silence, a long exhale, and a whisper in your heart. Finally, it's done. That is the feeling of relief, pure relief. And this feeling signals to your subconscious that your work is finished, that the state of lack has ended, that a new world is ready to form. When you embrace that relief and carry it into your sleep, something magical begins to move. Without you noticing, your deeper mind starts building little bridges in the outer world. It moves people, opens doors, creates events, all to match the relief you planted within. This is why some people can wake up the next day and feel like their world has shifted. Not because they worked all night, but because their subconscious worked for them. Here's where the secret becomes extraordinary. All you need is to give one final command before bed, a secret code in the form of a feeling of peace, calm, and relief, as if everything is already finished. Friend of the universe, tonight is not about asking for more. Tonight is about trusting that everything is already enough, that your provision has arrived, that your needs are met, and that your only job is to enjoy the relief. When you fall asleep peacefully, the universe works tirelessly for you. You don't need to know how. You don't need to plan the path. Just feel that everything is handled. And as your eyes slowly close, let one sentence echo in your heart. Thank you, because it is already done. That is the sign of an answered prayer. Not a shout, but a quiet relief. Maybe tonight the money hasn't shown up in your account yet, but trust that something is being arranged for you. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll feel different, lighter, calmer, more certain that life is on your side. That is the start of true manifestation. And it all begins with one simple feeling: relief. Relief is the foundation and the sign that it's answered. Friend of the universe, in many spiritual teachings, prayer is seen as asking. We request, we hope, and we wait. But for Neville Goddard, prayer isn't asking, prayer is receiving. And the sign that your prayer is received isn't over-the-top excitement, it's relief. Imagine someone gives you certainty that all your bills are paid, your account is full, and your future is secure. What do you feel first? Not euphoria, not laughter, but a long exhale. That is pure relief, the feeling of relief. And that feeling, friend of the universe, is the purest language between you and your subconscious. Neville says, feeling is the secret. Feeling is the door to the unseen world. When you feel relief, your body stops resisting the new reality. Your mind stops fighting, and for the first time, the universe can step in. Relief isn't just an emotion. It's a sign that the old drama has ended. It's like a small light in the night saying, it's finished. You're safe now. And when you carry that feeling into sleep, you're giving a command to the subconscious. Wake me up in a world where this relief is real. This is how the bridge of incidents works, that mysterious chain of events. It's not something you can blueprint with logic, but it naturally unfolds to align the outer world with your inner world. Someone may suddenly offer an opportunity. Money may come from an unexpected direction. Or your body starts attracting experiences that match the peace inside you. You don't have to force. You just have to trust your relief. So tonight, friend of the universe, don't ask, when will the money come? Ask your heart, can I allow myself to feel relieved as if it has already arrived? When that happens, you've tuned into the frequency of receiving. And that means your prayer is already answered even before your eyes close. Locking in the secret code. Now let's bring this big secret into real practice. A simple technique, but very powerful. The technique Neville Goddard calls SATS, the state akin to sleep. A state between waking and sleeping. When your mind relaxes, your body feels light, and the line between imagination and reality begins to blur. This is the golden moment where one feeling can change your entire reality. Step 1. Pick one release target. Don't try to manifest a dozen things at once. The subconscious works best when you send one clear message. Choose the one thing pressing on your heart. One problem that, if solved, would make you breathe the deepest sigh of relief. Maybe it's the debt that keeps you up at night. Maybe it's a quiet financial fear, or a simple desire to feel secure without worrying about tomorrow. Choose just one and say in your heart, "If this is finished, I'll feel relieved." That's your target for tonight. Step 2, create a 5-second relief scene. Don't visualize the process. Don't imagine how the money arrives. Focus only on the moment after, the moment when it's already done. For example, imagine yourself looking at your bank balance on your phone. You see numbers that make you calm. You don't scream. You just give a small smile. You close your eyes and take a long exhale. There's a light, warm, peaceful sensation in your chest. That's your 5-second relief scene. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be long. Just 5 seconds. Repeat it in your imagination and make the feeling real. Most importantly, don't try to make it logical. Just feel it as if it already happened. Step 3. Fall asleep in the answered state. The final state. This is the core of it all. Neville says, "Sleep in the feeling of the wish fulfilled." Loop your 5-second scene gently until your body sinks into that peace. Let relief be the last thing you feel before you truly fall asleep. Don't force words. Don't control your breath. Let the feeling work by itself. And as your eyes slowly close, whisper in your heart, "Thank you, because it's already done." That is your sleep code. Once that feeling fills your inner space, the universe receives the command. That night, the subconscious starts weaving subtle bridges between your imagination and reality. You may not know how, but life will begin to shift to match the relief you planted. And tomorrow morning, you'll wake up with a new calm, a strange yet real sense of safety. And often in the following days, money, ideas, or opportunities begin to appear from places you never considered. That's how the subconscious works. Quiet, gentle, inevitable. While you sleep, the universe works. Friend of the universe, sometimes we get so busy trying to control life that we forget life has been on our side from the start. We run, plan, demand, and try to force time to obey. But what the universe asks for is one simple thing: trust. Trust that relief is not a sign of giving up, but a sign that you're aligned with the outcome you want. That relief isn't the end of the fight, but the beginning of the fulfillment. Every night when you close your eyes, you're rewriting your destiny. You're speaking to the deepest part of you, the part that knows no limits, knows no lack, and only understands the language of feeling. So tonight before sleep, Don't carry your worries with you. Let the bills wait. Let the future unfold as it should. Carry one thing only: relief. As if everything is finished. As if everything is enough. Breathe slowly. Feel your body relaxing. Let your eyes grow heavy. And between your exhales, whisper, "Thank you, because it has all happened." Let those words be the final key. Let gratitude and peace be the door for the universe to enter and work quietly while you sleep. There is no moment more spiritual than surrendering to sleep with a peaceful heart. That is where the laws of the universe move. That is where money, ideas, and chances begin to find their way to you. That is where simple miracles start. Maybe tomorrow morning there won't be a huge miracle on the surface. But notice this. Something inside you has changed. Your steps feel lighter. Your heart feels more certain. And the world seems to respond gently. That means your subconscious has received your command. So tonight, before the lights go out, remember you don't have to fight life anymore. Allow life to work for you. You don't need to know how. Just know it is done. And like a small seed planted in the soil, the relief you plant tonight will grow into real forms of abundance. Maybe as money, maybe as opportunities, maybe as an unshakable sense of safety and enoughness. Friend of the universe, sleep peacefully tonight. Because while you sleep, the universe works. And when dawn greets you, say in your heart, "I'm ready to calmly receive whatever I prepared in my sleep." Truly, inside your steady breaths tonight, there is a prayer becoming real. Good night, friend of the universe. May your relief tonight be the beginning of limitless abundance. Want to unlock even more? Tap the link in our bio to access the Abundant Wealth Code sound frequency. Designed to elevate your potential and align you with a life of purpose, prosperity, and peace. If this message resonates, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your presence and support matters more than you know, and together we rise